Alrighty, today's soap is going to be Monstera-Inspired. We're going to start by pouring our hot melted oils into our room temperature liquid oils. It's nothing like getting this bowl scraped clean. Okay, set it off to the side. Now we are going to get our lye water solution and our sodium lactate. Go ahead and add that in. We need to get that a little stir. There it is. Okay. We are ready to soap. Lye solution is mixed with the oils, and now the magic is about to happen. Always want to burp the stick just in case. A little swirl and we are just going to mix until we get a full emulsion, because we still have to stick blend just a little bit more. So you just want to fully combine those. Just like so. Well, almost. That little streak, you don't want to see any of those streaks. That means it's not fully combined yet. And I would say that's good. I'm not really worried about getting false trace because it's not all the way done, or worried about separating because it's going to be stick blended again. But we're going to pour off just a little bit of white. And this will be a hanger swirl, by the way. Little bit of neon green. Probably about equal parts to the white. Now we got green chrome oxide. Do a little bit more. And we're just gonna do a tiny bit of this green mica for a third colorant. That's good enough. Fragrance, we're just gonna add a splash to each. The rest is gonna go in there. And as for the full body color, this is 1 teaspoon activated charcoal and 3 teaspoons. Goodness, 3 teaspoons of indigo powder. I want to get as much of that out as possible. Probably shouldn't do that because that's going to get messy later, but you know what? It's a creative process. Okay. What I'm hoping for is a dark blue color. If it turns black, that is okay, or even a charcoal, but hoping for blue. That is just about at a light trace. It's a really pretty deep ash blue. I don't want the colors to muddy, so I do need to add a light trace. There we go. And then once we get to the colors, we're going to start from lightest to darkest, just so we're not mixing too much. Get as much of this off. Okay, now we're going to just fill it up completely. You see that deep blue coloring? That's exactly what I wanted. Now, whether it stays that color or not would be a completely different story. Set that off to the side. We're gonna go white, neon, and that color just needs to be mixed. So this fragrance behaves really well in cold process, which means it's also helping it to stay fluid longer. There we go, light trace. We do need to add trace because if you do a full emulsion drop swirl or hanger swirl, it'll get kind of muddy and you don't want that. That'll completely defeat any purpose. Okay. And I think we might have to Alrighty. So we're just going to do that. Do that. Fairly simple. Different heights means different swirls. Leave a little bit for the top. I'm just going straight down the middle. Okay. Go straight in the middle and out. Just like I thought. All of that coloring. I didn't want it all on top, and I figured it would ooze down to the bottom. Got a light tap. Now we're just going to scrape all the excess. Because we don't like wasting soap. It smells so good. Now we're going to take our little acrylic tool, and I'm just going to figure eight. It gets all that nice and mixed together. Just like to around the length. Now we are going to hit this with 99.9% isopropyl alcohol to attempt to keep it from ashing over. I'm having a little bit of trouble right here, and it's more than likely the fragrance oil causing the soap to be a little bit more sticky. The sodium lactate will help harden the bars, but sometimes it is important to let them sit for possibly 48 hours. Now, I am not that patient. I can barely wait 24. So just keep that in mind when soaping. For best results, 2 days, but I'm okay with a little bit of sticky soap. If you like this content, please give a like and subscribe and follow for the next one. Thank you for watching, and until next time.